All right, everyone, welcome to Into the Cyber State. You are listening to the premier public broadcast of Galactica Network, Web3's ultimate identity stack for real people, real privacy, and real data ownership in the world's first cyber state. We are the official Layer 1 blockchain of Swissborg, and we are here to flip the script on the pervasive, frankly abusive business models of big tech, big finance, big social media platforms. Basically return control of your data to you, your very digital soul back to you. Give you the opportunity to actually retain the value of everything you do on the internet. So there is really nothing else like Galactica on Web3. So we're really proud of what we're building. We're really happy with what we're building. And we are here to have a bit of a chat on what we're actually building today, which is going to be awesome, I think. So if you would like to speak to us, if you'd like to ask questions, you are more than welcome. So you're also welcome to come up and actually speak with us on the stage. So just send in those requests. Happy to answer those. We've got a bunch of people who are obviously raring at the bit to give us some questions here. I'm loving it. So we're just trying to invite everyone up right now. Chris B, maybe I can actually offer you to go up on co-host spot and help me out with some of the requests. That would be awesome if I could. I'll just give you an invite there, and we will get this thing going. So, guys, my handle is citizen42.gala within the Cypher state. You can also call me Dave if you wish. It's more friendly, I suppose. So this is a very open and friendly stage, as we say. Just give us a like and a retweet on the space. It helps with the algorithm immensely. It helps us get the recording out to more people because we often give an awful lot of value on this space. And we just need to give a quick disclaimer before we start. So it's very important to remember that myself, anyone up on stage, our speakers, our sentinels, our team members, we are your guides to navigating the cypher state. We are not your financial advisors. Nothing said on this space constitutes financial or investment advice. Let's get on with the show. How are we doing today? I think we've got on the stage, let's go with Chris B. Let's start with Chris B.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. It's great to be here. As always, my favorite space, my favorite date with you guys in the week. And yeah, welcome to the whole community and everyone. I hope we have great talks tonight. We can discuss interesting things and we can answer all the questions.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's going to be a great time. Thank you very much for coming up, Chris. Really appreciate you. As always, Chris is one of our amazing sentinels. Give him a like, give him a follow, rather than like, that won't help much. If you can give that man a follow and give everyone on the speaker panel a follow, that'd be great. We also have David on the speaker panel. He's also one of our epic sentinels. I'd love to say hi to you. How are you doing, bud?
Hi everyone. Happy to be here. It was like 2 insane weeks with the tournament, I have to say. So I'm glad it's finished, and also a little bit sad because it was really, really cool to work as a team. To reach the top and to give visibility on the project. I would like to say also that you are my favorite space, but in fact you are the only one that I participate, so it's quite easy for this one. And so happy to be here tonight. And like Chris B, I've got a couple of questions, so maybe we can get to them later. And just to share with you a couple of things.
I'm looking forward to speaking to you, man. Let's get it. Let's get everyone all the information they need on Galactica tonight. That's the goal. We have so much going on right now. Obviously, guys, we have the alpha coming up tomorrow. We have the alpha vaults. They are opening tomorrow midday Europe time, whatever that is. So that's going to be noon. That's going to be noon UTC. So if you want universal time, it's at noon. CETST. That's going to be 2 o'clock UTC. Sorry, 2 o'clock CEST. So we're looking forward to that. We've also just, as David said, we've just finished an epic tournament, which has both divided and brought our community together in so many awesome ways. We are going to bring some news to you today on that. There's going to be some results in this particular space. We are going to be giving you the results, letting you know what the hell's going on, and who won, who lost, who we loved and who we lost. It's going to be a good time. Okay, let's go around the panel without any further ado. We have Paper on the stage. What's up, Paper? No introduction for Paper?
Hello.
Hey,
Sorry, I wasn't finding my microphone. It's okay. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting week back like the two last week. It was pretty interesting to see all the people gathering around and working together to get their team to the winning place. I don't know what it will end with, but I'm pretty sure everyone will be happy with what is happening and what is coming also tomorrow with the vote. So it was really cool, and I will be happy to see that happen again.
Hell yes, absolutely, mate. I think it's been a very successful tournament. And I think, like I say, it's just been such a community-driven thing, and that's what I absolutely love about it. So we're going to be, we'll give you the results. Like, you don't know what the results are, but I do, and I'm very excited about them. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we have Ped on stage. I don't think we've had you up on the stage before, Ped, but welcome. Thank you very much for coming up. How are you today? Well, that was interesting. That was a good thought. No, I'm kidding. I think you're having problems with your mic, Ped. If you can sort that out quickly, love to come back to you on the next one. Maybe we can go for zkKYC because he's got his hand up first, and then we'll come back to you, Ped.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, zkKYC? Good to have you up, dude.
Everything's fine. I just got a question about the polls tomorrow. Is it in a first come, first served basis, or in this 1 hour time frame window we will all be able to make our investments?
So there's different rules for different vaults. For as far as I'm aware, it's VIP 3, so it's VIP 3,
yes,
team vault, and the VIP 2, which will have a 1 hour grace period in which everyone will have a guaranteed allocation. After which it will be first come, first serve, and the rest of the vaults are just first come, first serve. As far as I'm aware, that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah. I'm in the team vault because I am a validator in Galactica.
Of course you are, because you are a legend, so.
Thank you, mate.
You're more than welcome. So it actually turns out, may as well get this in the air right now as we're speaking about it. It turns out that I've been offering the team validator Sentinel vault. For anyone who's not aware, we're funding in a very community first kind of manner. We're not doing VCs right now. It's going to be purely for the community at the moment. And we're rewarding our longest serving users, our sentinels, our validators, our team with the team vault. I've actually only informed the validators who were in our Telegram chat, which turns out I have been informed that I was incorrect in thinking that all of our validators were in there. So if you are a validator, if you are running a validator for Galactica Network, I need you to ping me in Discord, maybe in the validator chat, or maybe I'll just request in the validator chat for you to DM me, and we will see if we can get you sorted out with that vault. Okay, I do apologize. That's my bad. I did not realize who was in which chat, so that's entirely my fault. So I apologize for that. Right, let's carry on. So great to have you up, zkKYC. It's nice to see you. I think that's probably the first time you've spoken on the space as well. AStar, it's good to see you, bud. What's up?
Yeah, hello guys. Great pleasure to be here again tonight. Very excited about the results of the tournament, about the details and the potential questions about the alpha votes tomorrow. So very happy to participate and hear a lot of questions and answers. And I would add that for the people that are listening to us, please don't hesitate to join, even if you have just one question or just want to share something. Don't be shy. We all nice and kind, and it's always a pleasure to hear some new voices. So even if you just have one question, please don't hesitate and ask to speak. It's always a pleasure.
There you go. You just summed up the ethos of this space in like 20 seconds. Awesome. So yeah, we do not care, guys, how confident you are or how good your English is or any of this stuff. We care about who you are on this stage. We care about you being a member of this community. So if you wish to come up and speak to us, do not feel afraid. You're among friends. Just jump up, ask a question. There's nothing other to say than that. Thanks for coming up, Alsor. Appreciate it, dude. Jimper, it's good to see you again. How are you doing?
Yeah, hello, I'm doing fine. Like everybody, I think I'm just waiting for tomorrow. And today I was on X, and I saw there was absolutely nobody on X. So I hope that next week people are going to come back on X too, and see you a bit later. I bet you know I already have a question, so I will be waiting for later to ask you.
Sounds good, Jimper. No worries at all. We'll make sure you get your questions answered, I promise you. Let's see, who else have we got today? We have Eric, Eric74. Welcome back to the stage, man.
Hi, everybody. Tonight, I am fortunate to be with you. I work very hard every day on my farm and in my business, but I have found the time to invest it in the amazing project Galactica Network. Thanks to this, and I am eligible for the employee vault. I am so happy.
We're happy to have you up, Eric. We really are. Like, we're happy to have you in the community. You're always spreading positivity. Absolutely love it, mate. So thank you for being part of the community.
Thank you so much.
Always, man, always. We have the legend himself, Taro from Team Horizon. How are you doing, Taro? What's up?
Good evening. Good evening. Not too bad myself. I hear Eric, I think. Oh, nope, all good. Yeah, not too bad. As I think everyone said, happy and sad, I think, at the same time. The tournament has ended. It's been quite a lengthy tournament, but I think everyone's quite exhausted now. But I think everyone's quite happy with the results. And hopefully Team Horizon has won this tournament. You know, Team Horizon #1. But yeah, I'm happy to see familiar faces in this space. I think we've also got some people that were in my team now also becoming Sentinels, so I'm quite happy about that. But yeah, looking forward to the space.
Hell yes, man. Hell yes. And yes, I think we've actually identified several people from the tournament alone. We've identified some people who definitely should be Sentinels. We've already got a couple of new faces in the Sentinels team. You'll be obviously learning about them and interacting with them in the chats and the Discord and on the timeline in due time. But we have been definitely extending our community Sentinel group. It's absolutely amazing what the Sentinels are doing for us. And yeah, it's incredible to see that team grow. Okay, thanks, Tara. Appreciate you coming up as always. Team Horizon winning, not sure. We'll see. Who knows? We'll find out later. And finally, Sebastil. Tell me how to say your name.
Hi, everybody. Do you hear me?
Can hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's my first time on stage. I participate with a lot of fun on this competition. I learned a lot about the project, meet real passionate people, and I really enjoying my new Galactica coffee cup. Thank you, Villain. I'm ready for Alpha tomorrow, and I really want to thank all the team leaders from all team, and especially on the French Connection channel. Really, really beautiful people, and I had really a lot of fun. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And yeah, Villain, if anyone has not seen Villain's work on X, you should definitely check him out. He's in the listener panel right now. We'll see if we can get him up. We've got the full stage right now, but we'll get you up in a minute, Villain. And he's been doing some amazing competitions for Galactica merch that he's designed himself. It's absolutely really cool stuff. So he's got like gym bags and coffee cups and all sorts of really cool stuff. So if you want to represent the Galactica swirl, then you want to get in touch with that dude for sure. Right now, I think that's pretty much everyone on the stage besides Jamaku. I think you're a new speaker to our stage. It's really good to have you up. How are you doing?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, loud and clear.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I've been following Galactica project for quite some time now, but first time here actually listening live. I've been trying to catch for almost 2 months now, but always something comes up. So happy to be here and excited about tomorrow.
Awesome, man. It's great to have you up, dude. Really, really. I know it's sometimes really difficult to just find the time to come up on a space, especially when it's in like a static time slot. So thank you for making it and coming up to ours. It's great. Right. I think the one last introduction, guys, because we finally got him up on stage. We have AStar.gala, Frederick, my friend. How are you doing, buddy? Frederick is on our tech team over at Gala.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Okay. Happy that it finally works because my Android X app somehow didn't cooperate. But anyway, thanks very much for inviting me to join again. I'm a staff or Frederick, and I'm part of the Galactica development team. So I'm a blockchain engineer with a background in computer science. My main areas of work at Galactica in the domains of the smart contracts. I'm writing some zero-knowledge proofs. I'm also a developer of the MetaMask Snap we have as wallet for users. We also have custody of their data. And the last thing is also that I'm doing some integration tasks to try and check that everything's working together. So happy to be here. Looking forward to all the questions.
Amazing having you up, buddy. Really, really. It's been too long since we've had you on the show. So yeah, Frederick is an absolute legend within the team and within the community as well. He's been up on several shows before. But so today, if you have any particularly technical questions, we have a better source of truth than myself, which is always awesome. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get every single question that we can answered today about your questions, concerns, and just curiosities about Galactica. All right, everyone, let's get going. So first things first, just some Galactica updates. We've got a few things going on. I think we're just going to go with the first big one first that everyone actually wants to know about. So, Gilding Galactica, the tournament. We have finally finished the tournament. I would like to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for taking part, for being such absolute legends on the timeline, for just believing in this project so passionately and so profoundly that you are willing to jump into this kind of tournament where it's very much putting in a lot of creativity and effort to succeed. So that's absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a pat on the back, hundreds in the chat, thumbs up in the chat, whatever the hell you've got, just thank you. And thank you to our Sentinel team as well and our team leaders. You have been absolutely amazing. So on to the important part. I can give you now I can give you the team results first. Okay, guys, team results first. I'm going to do this in we'll go with descending order. So in last place we have Horizon, Team Horizon. I'm really sorry, Taro. I do apologize. I can't apologize enough because I know that's going to hit hard. But Team Horizon were absolutely incredible. They actually had the most people out of anyone in the top 10, funnily enough. However, the other teams just managed to activate the entirety of their community more than Team Horizon. And yeah, it is what it is, guys. 95,650 points for Horizon. I don't know if you want to be equated to Gryffindor or like Hugglepuff, Higglepuff. I don't know what it is. I don't watch Harry Potter. But in any case, yeah. In third place, guys, we have Azimuth, Team Azimuth. You had 24 members of your team in the top 100. Very well done, very well activated. And you ended up with 117,860 points. Well done. Third place to Azimuth. Second place, this hurts me. Meridian, Team Meridian in second place. My boys, my girls, I can't tell you enough how sorry I am. We didn't quite make it there. But the comeback was incredible. The comeback was amazing. We were like in a third or last place last time we checked this. And we came up to second. We did a great job coming back. Thank you very much, guys. We did a good job. We put in a good show. 125,415 points for Meridian, which means the first place, give them a pat on the back, give them hundreds in the chat, is Team Zenith. Well done, Team Zenith. You had the most people activated in the top 100. You ended up with 145,780 points. You did a great job, Team Zenith. Well done. We appreciate your hard work, and you deserve every single benefit you get from that. Right. Okay, guys. So let's see what we've got here. Just well done all around, guys. That was amazing. Any words from the team leaders? We have a couple of team leaders in the speakers. Maybe we should just get a word from them. Let's go with Antoine. Are you on the stage right now?
Yeah. I just joined as we win. I figured that I should be here on video to show the love I got for my team and everything they did during those 3 weeks. It was really intensive, and everyone gives their best to like help each other and coordinate to do a really great job. Like even if I don't think we get the most bonus point during all those week, but everyone was like always here, and I think all the people that were actually doing the tournament did almost all the quests during those weeks, so it was amazing. And I'm still waiting for the pros and cons to like give feedback, but I think everyone love it, except for some little things. But it's the first time, so that is
I just want to say from the team's perspective, and not from my very biased Team Meridian perspective, from the team perspective, well done. I really, really think you did an amazing job. Antoine and
Thanks
the
a
Team
lot.
Zenith leads, you guys did freaking amazingly, just activating your team members and getting everyone together. And that's what it's all about, getting the family together. So thank you. Commiserations to Crispy. I think which team were you in, Crispy? Who were you leading?
Yeah, Horizon.
There you go. I remember.
But hey, we had so many in the top 10. So like the individuals were really strong. Yes, we couldn't activate all of them who were in the group, but the experience was really, really great. I love the spirit in the team, but also in the whole community. Like everyone tried to do best and helping each other out. For some, it was really new stuff, like technically to use AI tools, to use video tools, whatever. And I really like that spirit. That was really amazing. And I think also on X and everywhere, it was not just like shilling and just like doing cheap posts, but it was really, there was a lot of creativity. And I think even people from the outside, I think they really loved what we did. So yeah, great job, everyone. And yeah, it was fun.
Completely agreed. It certainly wasn't like a show fest. That's for darn sure. I think some people, the effort, the pure effort that I saw in some of these posts, absolutely insane. Like the threads of of distilled information, the images, the videos, all this stuff. There was so much and hours of effort in a lot of these things. Well done. Okay, everyone. I can't go around getting commiserations from everyone. That will just be sad. So, sorry, David. I apologize. It happens. It happens. We did our best. I'm in the same boat. I'm not first. And that's not a place I like to be. But it's the way it is. Okay, guys. So that is the team scores. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of the top 10, just to make Crispy happy, because this is where Team Horizon really did shine. So our top 10 is Anatat, April Zoe, Chris B, Cyril M, Eric 74, who's also on stage. Well done, Eric. Gishimushi, Top Boy in those funky like gamer letters where they use zeros as O's and all that stuff. I don't get it. I remember doing that, but in any case, Top Boy, great job. Taraboba, Tutok, and Villain. Well done. Well done, guys. Top 10. That is insane how much effort and dedication that requires. Thank you. You will be getting rewarded in kind as detailed in our little posts in our reward sections. Well done. Okay, everyone. So, last couple of updates from Galactica. obviously, our partnerships are going off the rails right now. We have Zama.ai, who's joined us for fully homomorphic encryption. Absolutely massive partnership. This is going to really, really change the game on on how we can handle private, sensitive data on chain. It's going to be absolutely crazy. In fact, Frederick, I would actually love to get your opinion on how you think fully FHE will actually impact Galactica beyond zero knowledge. That would be awesome to get from your point of view.
Yeah, sure. It's actually something I also investigated quite a lot because it kind of touches the cryptography work I was doing before and the use cases we are aiming for with privacy on Galactica. And fully homomorphic encryption offers a kind of different approach to solving this problem because what it basically allows you to do is that you can do computation on encrypted data. So you can imagine that you can encrypt your personal data, let's say my age. This encrypted value I can upload on chain. And then there on chain, there can be computations on this data, like for example, comparing it to an age threshold, if this person is over or under 18. And then the result of this is still encrypted and nobody can see it. And only when you get the value back, you can decrypt it again to get the result. Or Zama is this company that's really advanced in fully homomorphic encryption, and they even built it into the EVM. So it's an extension of the EVM called FHE EVM. And there, the really cool thing is that you can actually write smart contracts that define rules on how this computation should take place, and also how the results of the computations can be made available to different parties or entities, depending on the rules that are set for the smart contract. And this basically is provides really different properties from compared to the zero knowledge approach, because all the heavy computation is offloaded to the validators that do the computations on encrypted data, and therefore it's much more light-right on the user side. So this is a really big advantage, and another advantage is that you can have these smart contracts that define rules on how this computation should take place and disclosures from those encrypted values. And the third really nice way is that you can do computations on the encrypted data without requiring user interaction. So for example, if we are implementing the reputation system later, this is a really nice opportunity to have encrypted reputation value of someone, and then this can be updated based on external actions. So stupid example, but maybe maybe some external party finds out that my KYC was fake, and they can issue this action to decrease my reputation without me having to input some data. And if I compare it to the zero knowledge approach before, then I, as a user, always have to generate and provide the zero knowledge proof to prove to the blockchain that I updated the reputation value correctly. So it's a different approach, and what we're building on with Galactica has so many different facets that on the one hand side, zero knowledge proofs may be more appropriate. On the other hand side, or for other applications, fully homomorphic encryption is more appropriate. And there are even a lot of cases where we need both together. For example, one problem that fully homomorphic encryption has is that it can encrypt data, but it does not hide any traces of data. So for example, if I send an encrypted amount from person A to person B, I still see the connection between A and B, even if I don't know the value. So this is there, for example, an area where we want to combine zero knowledge proofs with the new fully homomorphic encryption. I hope this didn't go too far, but
That was
That's
beautiful.
kind of
That was
my
beautiful.
overview of it.
No, absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to give the audience a little bit of help. If like we've got some very technical people in the audience, don't worry. I'm sure like almost everyone actually understood most of that. It's just for those of you, if you think about fully homomorphic encryption, like Frederick says, in summary, in like one sentence, it just allows you to compute over encrypted data without decrypting it first, which is insane. That's just like the freaking holy grail of encryption for a long time. But like for like practical use cases and stuff, basically, you know, you can disclose your verifiable but very much private data to, for example, a sample set that any number of companies could pay to compute on and analyze for relevant insights that would be beneficial and valuable for them. But then everyone wins because you get the fees for providing your data. So you earn from your data, but you never actually give away your data, which is awesome in itself. And then like companies, they actually get verifiable insights which are direct from you. They're from like, it's so much more valuable than just like guessing at the data that they scrape from their websites, from cookies, from all the other sources of data that they can bring in. They just guess with that. If they're getting data direct from you, it's 10 times more valuable because it's verifiable. So it's basically everybody wins. You never lose your data. You have full control, ownership, and sovereignty over your data while still being able to earn value from it, which is massive, in my opinion. Frederick, correct me if I said anything stupid.
No, that's completely right. And one point I just wanted to add is that I'm really happy about this partnership with Zama, because they are really great on pushing the technology forward and making it usable in this EVM system. So it's really a large gain that we make by integrating fully homomorphic encryption in Galactica. And I think also for people interested in fully homomorphic encryption, this partnership is quite nice because with Galactica, you can actually integrate the system, and you have the platform where you can deploy the smart contracts utilizing fully homomorphic encryption.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it really does change the game. Like as far as like on-chain data usage, it changes everything. It really does. So for anyone who's looking to find something that's valuable and new in the crypto sphere, just look up FHE. It's insane. It's crazy, and we are going to be leading the pack. We really are. Okay, guys. So I think what we're going to do right now is going to be, I think it's going to be more fun for everyone if we open up the stage to questions, because I think that's a far more valuable form of communication on this front. I don't want to just give you answers to questions you haven't asked, or questions you already know the answers to. So maybe Jimper, you actually said that you had a question in the intro. I'd love to hear the question. Let's go for it.
I do, but unfortunately, my question is not about technical aspect. It's about marketing. So maybe you won't like to hear it.
That's okay. That just means it's my turn, not Frederick, to speak. That's okay. That's cool.
Okay. Oh, it's fine. Oh, great. My question is, how can I put this? When I'm looking at the website, I'm kind of curious about the target that you have, because when I look at it, it looks like some kind of, old-fashioned, what we used to see when you are looking at very old movies of the 60s, and then they were having an idea of what is futurist. And when I look at the website, that's what I see. So maybe it's just me, but that's what I see with the way it is pictured. So each time I'm asking myself, what kind of target do you have? Not only this, but I see a lot of kind of like an origin of white young male living in cities. So I was asking myself, if this is a target, or is it just so happen that's what you're picturing right now and you will change later?
This is an amazing question. I love this. Okay, so as far as like the retro futuristic kind of aesthetic, This was chosen quite early on. It was basically the founding team kind of got together. They decided this was their favorite aesthetic. I'm not going to lie, it was that simple. So basically, it's just it's like visions of the future stuff. It's like it's the hope for the future that it is what that aesthetic represents. It's what the people in the early 1900s thought like the future would be. They had this massive vision of hope and utopia for what was to come. That's not entirely what we ended up with, but that's never what we entirely end up with. But in any case, that was the goal. It was to represent the hope rather than to represent anything old. It was to represent the hope for the future, if that makes sense.
May I ask you something? The reason why I'm surprised is exactly the kind of hope that you can see in these old-fashioned movies, but that's a hope for older people. And when I look at the pictures, it's much more, like I said, oriented towards young male living in the city. So I thought maybe that's not the kind of pictures they're expecting to see.
You are 100% right. Like I'm not afraid of telling you some of the stuff that we've actually discussed just today. We had internal meetings. We're actually designing a brand new website right now, and you'll see that soon. But in any case, one of the main things that comes up when we speak about this stuff and the aesthetic that we've already devised is the fact that it is, the kind of images that we use are far too male dominated. They're far too white male dominated. So it's something that is front of mind right now and will be vastly changed and adapted for within the new website. So I'm really hoping that we can see some results from that. I would love to get your opinions on that when it goes live, and then we can obviously adapt with the community and what you guys think. But hopefully we've made some really good positive changes for you.
So I'm very, very glad to hear that. And another thing is, I hope in the next style that you're going to have, it will be more close to nature and more close to humanity. Because right now I have this feeling, it's like when you go into gamings, that's the kind of pictures gamers like to see. But I was hoping that Galactica may open itself to worldwide population, not only people living in the city, not only young people, most of all, not only men. I want to see women. I mean, I don't see any women, so I wish to see women, and of all ages and of all of states, cities, and also I wish to see some nature, because you may wish to have a private identity, but still live in the countryside.
You are, again, completely correct. I really love those thoughts, Jimper. So, definitely, age, race, color, and creed, we want to cover everyone. We are here, the Cypher State has to be for everyone or it's for no one. So in that regard, absolutely. Like I say, I really hope that you can give us some really good feedback on the new website version that we're putting out.
I will. Thank you.
No worries, of course. As far as you know what? I don't know why, but that thought just completely disappeared, and I don't want to make myself look like a jackass. So I will I will answer that the second that I remember what I was going to say. So thank you for coming up, Jim. I really appreciate
it. Maybe I can leave my place, because I know you're having a lack of place for people who want to speak.
We have a lot of people requesting. That would be amazing, Jim. But thank you so much.
So I think I need to first leave the place and come back, because I didn't find how to just leave my seat. So I'm coming back. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for coming up, Jimpo. Appreciate it. Chris, maybe you can invite someone else up.
Yeah, I can take you off the stage, and then we take other people up, and you can come back whenever you want, of course.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. David, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, it's more a tech question, this one. So I just would like to know if we have any news about the next version of the testnet. Because I remember that we talk about the testnet v1, and with the v1.1, we should also have the repetition and things like that. Do we have any, dates or whatever, just to know what is happening right now?
Sure, absolutely. So we don't have hard dates. I can get that straight out of the way right now. We don't have hard dates, but one of the major partnerships that we required in order to get this stuff going was to make sure that our fully homomorphic encryption game was on point. So for the reputation systems, obviously they're one of the major pillars of Galactica Network. Incredibly technically difficult to actually implement. So this is something that requires both the privacy aspect and the scalability, security aspect. So, like Frederick said earlier, we've developed systems in order to offload the burden of computing reputation onto the validators. So we're trying to sort out the scalability part. The privacy part is going to be helped very, very greatly by the integration of Zama and their FHE Tech, their development services as well, super helpful. So yeah, we are going to be moving into the reputation. I can't give you any specific dates. It's just that we now have all the pieces in place. We just need to start implementing. Frederick, I don't know if you can give any more than that, but I doubt it. Happy to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I can give you a bit more details on what we're working on currently, because actually the updates we plan to ship with the testnet, so some of them are still in integration testing. So we made a bunch of changes to the smart contracts and the zero-knowledge circuits, for example, to generalize what kind of data we can put into these zero-knowledge certificates. So for example, before we had all the KYC stuff, and what we put in is Twitter certificates, and in this in this step, we made it as general as possible, so that also builders from the community can come in and import their data and develop more versatile applications. And together with this, we also updated the snap so that it first updates the dependencies on MetaMask, that it can handle these more general certificates. And then another big improvement is that we now, maybe you remember the onboarding of Galactica, when you generated the KYC for yourself, that it took quite long until it computed this Merkle tree to be able to issue the certificate. And this is one of the things where we are doing the integration testing now, because we provided a service that initiates the actions on the chain, so that the user can much faster build up this Merkle tree and the Merkle proof.
That's
So
good to hear. So that's like that really long part where they had to click
exactly.
do my own KYC, and then it took like 10 minutes or something to get to 100, right?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is also a service that you don't have to register the KYC for yourself anymore, but that it will be more similar to the mainnet solution, where you go to a third party to audit your documents and then issue the certificate. So also that simplifies the user experience. And at the moment, we're doing the integration testing to check that everything is working fine, so that we can submit the finished snap, because it still needs to be whitelisted by MetaMask so that users can install it in their stable MetaMask extension. And then basically everything is ready to ship out this version with the new features. What you mentioned regarding reputation, this is still ongoing. We need a bit more time to finish all the details, because reputation has some challenges, that it needs to be computed, it needs to be efficient enough. And this is something that's still in development.
Beautiful. Perfect, Frederick. Really appreciate the extra context, and so we kind of know where we are. The tech is damn near getting close to done, guys. And I'd like to just remind you that reputation, how important reputation is. like identity is nothing without reputation, pretty much. Like you can, this is why we're building the way we're building, because in standard blockchain in like Ethereum or Solana or wherever else, you're a blockchain address. So you're represented as like just a blockchain address on chain. And that could be considered a pseudonymous identity. So like an identity that is vaguely private, but not really, because you can always be found through like linking data points to your blockchain address. And there are generally ways to figure out who you are, whether you've come from a CEX or whether you've come from anywhere else on chain. There's generally a path to finding out who you are. So that's why they call it pseudonymous. So in those chains, you're pseudonymous. In our chain, you are private. So not anonymous. Like you can be private on our chain until the point where there's a fraud investigation, if there was ever a fraud investigation for some reason. But the point is that in your day-to-day interactions on Galactica Network, you can... Sorry?
10 médias?
I didn't hear the question there, ACM. I do apologize. What was that? Okay, in any case, I do apologize. ACM had I think maybe just took himself off the mic. In any case, so identity has to have reputation for it to have importance. Because if you don't have a history to go by, there's no trust. So on Galactica, the goal is to have a persistent reputation that's attached to your identity. It can then... Okay, I'm just going to have to mute you, ACM. I do apologize. I think you're coming off the mic a little bit there. I'll invite you back up. Okay, sorry guys, do apologize there. Getting interrupted twice. That's always fun when you're trying to keep a flow of thought going through your brain, right? It's always fun. The point, my main point in this entire ramble, which I'm apologizing it's gone into a ramble, is that the presence of reputation, the positive reputation stuff is awesome, but not the main part. So like, you can always tell someone that, you've done a really good job. You've interacted with this DEX. You're KYC'd. You're not in a sanctioned region. Any number of these positive things. But it's the negative aspect of reputation. I call them negative, but we're like kind of considering calling it reputation slashing, like you would like with a validation service. But in any case, the negative aspects of reputation are both more prevalent and more important than the positive sometimes. And it's trying to get that all of these aspects of like real life reputation on chain for real people. It's such a massive job. And so Frederick and the tech team, I just want to take my hats off to you guys. You are doing an amazing job. So hundreds and thumbs up in the chat for the tech team, because it's insane work that they're doing, and they have been for the last years. So thank you very much, guys. Right. Firstly, I just want to say, if you have any, if you're finding any value in this talk, please give us a like and a retweet on the space. You can find us in the bottom right of your screen there, in the purple pill, normally purple, whatever color it is for you. Give us a like and a retweet. If you can give us a comment as well, that'd be great. Always love reading through the comments. And you can ask any questions in there too. Now, if anyone doesn't have any more questions, you're more than welcome to raise your hand for any kind of question you wish to, any kind of question, guys. Just raise your hand.
I kind of have one.
Please, go for it.
I just wanted to know, like, it's maybe a subject, but do we have any insights on how the remuneration regarding our data will took place? Will it be like fixed price regarding, like, for example, an email or a number could be an higher price than just the age or everything else? Or will it be like demands, regarding demands, like if there is more demands for any information, will it be more valuable for us to sell if we want to? Or will it be like another system regarding reputation, maybe?
The way I know it is that we are creating basically the world's best Web3 data markets. So these prices will no doubt be changing on various scales depending on who's involved in the transaction. But maybe Frederick, you can probably give a little more context here, perhaps.
Unfortunately, no, I'm not familiar with the marketing model we are discussing about this.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Completely fine. So in that case, you can take my answer as that there, Antoine. So yeah, basically we're just trying to create genuine and valuable data markets in Web3 that maintain people's rights and privacy at the same time. So you can have like these vibrant markets for medical data, sensitive data, just about anything you can think of that's high value that you just can't use on Web3 right now. Create markets for it and then allow real people to interact with it. So it's massive. It's absolutely huge, guys. Okay. If there are no more questions from the panel, I have a bunch of questions that have been submitted. Frederick, go on, man.
Maybe just one more note on this data market question. I think that we as Galactica network are also kind of open for other parties coming in and developing these kind of markets on our chain. So, for example, if you are interested in this topic and you think you know a good market model, then you could also use the toolkit we provide to either use zero knowledge proofs or fully homomorphic encryption to implement this market model. And I think it would be really interesting if there's not just one solution, but maybe there's some kind of competition between different different models for this market.
100%. Yeah, literally anyone in the chat who has any interest in development of apps or protocols that would take advantage of Galactica's unique abilities, like that's Sybil resistance, that's privacy, that's everything that we offer on chain that no one else does. You are more than welcome to give either myself or Frederick a DM. We're happy to just chat about your ideas, trying to think together, get some thought processes going, and get some amazing apps built that just no one else can do right now because Galactica is that unique. Chris, what's up?
Yeah, a question I have seen again and again on Discord, or many questions around that topic is, what is if your wallet gets compromised, or if you get hacked when your KYC get hacked, or what is stolen, or how does that work then?
Okay, so this is actually one of the super cool things about how we've implemented our system. So if your KYC for whatever reason was hacked, it would probably be done so at the Web 2 level. It wouldn't be, generally speaking, at Web 3, because you're mostly dealing with zero knowledge proofs rather than data itself. So you can, if anything, if your identity was for some reason brought into disrepute, it was your identity was stolen, or like any number of other things. Generally, that would be on the Guardian would have the ability, in the technical sense, to get that sorted out on chain, reissue your KYC in whatever format it needs to be reissued in, and then you'd be back in business on chain. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much. I think. Frederick, I don't know if you have any more context to add there. I did have something else to say, but I'm afraid I'm a bit tired right now.
Yeah, no, it's late. But the same similarly applies to the worst case that someone would lose his wallet, like someone used his software wallet and the computer got hacked, or you have a keylogger or whatever. Even then, you can go to the Guardian and they're able to revoke the KYC. So at least from this vector, your personal data can be locked, so that some other party cannot use your KYC for future actions. And another nice thing is that the actual data is never on chain, and therefore, even if someone hacks the keys to your wallet, they're not directly able to access this data. They're just having the account that was authorized maybe for something with this data, but they cannot decrypt it, because for this decryption step, they would also need to get the zk certificate data and decrypt it. but they don't have the data to decrypt it.
Yeah, that's held locally. So it's basically you would need a different level of quantum computing in order to actually freaking decrypt these things in the first place. And then if they did, they wouldn't have the data. So it's pretty secure. It's pretty secure.
And what about the SBTs, because they are not transferable?
Yeah. For the SBTs, you're right. The SBTs stay with the address that got them issued. But what we did there is the SBTs have expiration dates. And this expiration date also ensures that it's only valid for, I don't know, a month, 3 months, maybe a year. I don't know about these parameters.
I think the maximum we were talking about was about 6 months max.
Yeah. And then, it would not be usable anymore after this time. But in the time between your wallet getting hacked and these expiring, this is maybe still an open issue. So I can think, for example, maybe we want to add the possibility for kind of kill switch, that you could authorize, I don't know, a guardian to activate this. But this is not in the protocol yet. And it's also, I think, it needs some discussion on how to make this safe so that it cannot be abused against the user.
There you go. So yeah, the other thing about security on Galactica is obviously that because of the social nature, the ability to actually prove yourself, we are also one of the few protocols that can actually implement social account recovery, which is useful in some cases, not others, but it's useful in some cases. So there's a variety of avenues of recovery on Galactica that you just, and safety and security that you just do not get on any other chain. So yeah, there's an awful lot going on here. Okay, everyone. So I'm just going to jump on to a couple of questions that we've had from the community. Again, guys, on the speaker panel, if you want to ask a question, just raise your hand. Welcome to take any other questions while we're going through these regardless. So we've got what novel cryptographic protocols does Galactica Network utilize to enhance both security and efficiency? And how do these innovations address some of the most pressing challenges faced by other blockchain platforms today? We've probably already gone over a couple of these things today. So we got basically for the novel ones, zero knowledge and fully homomorphic encryption, I would say. So as Frederick's already alluded to, one kind of synergizes with the other to provide these use cases in which you can have verifiable data and verifiable people on the blockchain without compromising their privacy in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to go too deep into that because we've already gone over like zk and FHE quite a bit today. But in any case, those are the novel cryptographic methods that we've implemented on the chain and what they kind of do. Let's see. How does Galactica Network leverage AI and the machine learning to enhance the performance and scalability of its blockchain infrastructure, and what specific challenges have been addressed through those technologies? So I'd say right now, AI enhances all projects by kind of enhancing the humans who are building them. So that's really cool. But our engineers, I guess, will use this technology on occasion in specific use cases, but I don't think AI is frankly ready to replace the human design of complex systems like this. But Frederick, I would love your more nuanced input on that.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's not a it's not a central system that's steering anything. It's at the moment, I personally, as a developer, use it, for example, as system that can help me write code faster. But still, I, as a blockchain engineer, I have to make really 100% sure that the security fits. And therefore, I'm always double checking the system it provides by reading it and letting it go run through unit tests and so on. So it's a really important tool that makes me faster in writing, and also has a lot of benefits in other places, but it's not it's not a central component in the Galactica architecture. Besides that, Galactica as a blockchain can be a basis also to build AI and machine learning projects on top of it. And this is, for example, one of the use cases that Zama is advertising for their system, that with fully holomorphic encryption, you can build systems that do computations on encrypted data. And in the example of machine learning, this could, for example, be that you provide your training data based on, I don't know, some personal stuff in an encrypted way, and then you can learn from this encrypted data and get some great models out of it without having to reveal your personal data. And this is something where we want to contribute, that Galactica can be a platform where things like these can be built. But there are still a lot of open challenges that need to be solved before this can be done in a large scale, in my opinion.
Beautiful, yeah, and like this is one of the really cool things that you can do on Galactica. So we give you the ability to sovereignly hold and own your data, right? We give you that ability. We give you the ability to be private at the same time. Now, what this actually means, like in the whole conversation we had about data markets and all that kind of thing, it allows you to earn from multiple sources from your data, which never actually gets given to anyone, which is enormous and really valuable to you as a user. So basically, you can earn from companies who contact you for targeted data, like I mentioned earlier. You can you can earn from training AI models, like Frederick just mentioned. You can earn from testing new products without actually giving away your private information. So that's absolutely huge too. And then you can also like earn from the protocol issued universal basic income, of course. But there's just multiple streams of income that you can gain just by being a genuine human being who's willing to provide their valuable data to people. And you're okay with being that human who's willing to do that, because you remain private all the time. So it's not any degradation to you. It's not any, there's no true downside to doing so. So that's why like the whole privacy aspect really mingles into this this conversation so synergistically, is because it just basically takes away the downside to allowing people to answering that survey, to providing your data to these people. Instead of like Google or Meta or Facebook or whoever they're called now, taking your data and for free and then selling it for their value, you have your data and you can sell it for more because it's more valuable, because it's targeted and it's voluntarily given. So yeah, massive value for the user there. Right. So what other questions do we have? Oh, sorry, Snap711. Do apologize. You have your hand up. What was your question, my friend?
Yes, hello. I have a question on the technical level. Will the zkKYC be carved out each time it expires? The identity cards and other documents will have to be checked each time?
Sorry, so this is on expiration of your zkKYC sorry, in your I'm assuming you mean your passport and your passport interface.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so as Frederick was kind of discussing earlier, there's going to be a time limit on expiration date on your zkKYC. It's going to have to be refreshed. It's going to have to be updated for it to remain valid. In which case, it's going to be a very, very simple process through the UX to do so. In which you'll just have to re-communicate with the Guardian and refresh. You won't have to do too much. As far as I'm aware, it will be a more minimal process than the first time you do it. From what I hear from the rest of the devs, Frederick, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But in any case, I think it's a more minimal process the second time you do it. And yeah, it should be very, very simple to get yourself reactivated with KYC. Tell me if that actually answers your question, and then we'll go straight over to Frederick to get more context. Snap?
No.
No, we're okay. Okay,
Frederick.
Okay. Frederick, maybe you can give some your info.
Yeah. What you said was already really good. I just want to add one more thing, that there are multiple types of expiration dates. So your zkKYC has one expiration date, and the guardian decides on the date that this is set. And if this expires, you have to get the new zkKYC issued from your guardian. So this would be they would have to contact the guardian. If your SBT expires, you just have to regenerate the SBT by providing the zero knowledge proof that you still have a valid zkKYC. We kind of try to split those two expiration dates just for privacy reasons, that you cannot infer from the publicly viewable expiration date of the SBT what the expiration date of the zkKYC might be.
I'm not sure who was speaking over the top there, but in any case.
É batata, não tem. É o problema com leite. E os médicos dizem.
Okay, I think we can move them from the speaker panel. Do apologize, guys. In any case, that was awesome info. So, just in recap, you have the actual the main zk certificate that you get given by the guardian, which has its own expiration date, and then you have the SBT, the certificates that you publish on chain yourself, which also have expiration dates. So it's obviously very easy to simply just republish something that's run out of its expiration that you still have valid data for. Nice. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. Snap. Okay. You're more than welcome. We got another request coming in. Chris, maybe you can grab the Crypto Master, perhaps, depending on if they're another person who shouts. I don't like people who shout. Please don't shout. So what's our next question on our list from the community? Most of all, will this be possible on mobile devices? Is this going to be mobile friendly? And I think I can confidently say yes, that's the goal. But right now, it's during the testnet, it's just tricky right now. We're trying to get the tech right. We're trying to get the tech nailed down before we go and make it all into a mobile friendly UX. It's easier to get one UX done and then work that into the ground until it works, and then make a mobile one and make a new UX, than do it the other way around when you've got two UXs to mess around with all the time. Frederick, maybe I don't know if you have anything else on that.
I also completely agree that mobile is really important, and that it's also not just a black and white issue, because you can already use Galactica on mobile, for example, with a MetaMask mobile wallet, but not all of the features that we have in the desktop version of the MetaMask Snap are available on the mobile version yet.
So hang on, so snaps are available on mobile now, right? Or are they not? They're not.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Right. Okay, so snaps are not available on mobile devices right now, just so you're aware, guys.
So this would mean that, for example, it might be necessary that you first go to the desktop version of MetaMask to prove that you are KYC to a DApp. And then after this is completed and your account is authorized, you can use it from a mobile wallet for day-to-day interactions, for example. And this is what's possible at the moment, but I would like to push it, that you can do more from a mobile wallet, because I think a lot of people are using mobile phones on a more frequent basis than desktops.
I mean, it's the primary computation device for a lot of people, and then the only computation device for some. So it's definitely important. Thank you, Frederick. So what other questions do we have? Do we have examples of such wallets that can be compatible with Galactica that have social recovery functions? Heard of multi-sig wallets, but this is the first one I've read that you can do social recovery. So there's no specific people developing social recovery right now. I'll make that very clear. This is just functionality that is possible within our tech stack. So, Frederick, I don't think you all know of anyone else or if we're developing this internally. I don't think so, is the answer from my side.
Not directly, no. But on the one hand, as you said, we're providing some of the basic infrastructure, for example, this reputation system and the privacy on personal data that is needed for social recovery wallets, in my opinion. But one thing I was investigating the last 2 weeks is that MetaMask snaps are extending their functionality they can have. And one thing they added some time ago was also account management. And in this regard, they added that MetaMask accounts can be based on smart accounts, so that you have a smart contract that is managing the account. So I think through this way, it might get available on Galactica. I don't know, in a year or so, maybe.
Super cool. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that the social account recovery will be available in multiple different forms and formats on Galactica Network. With the amount of social primitives that we've baked into the protocol, it just makes an awful lot of sense that people can do that. And there will be other protocols and other people and other teams besides us that will develop it. We'll probably develop some kind of version of it ourselves. So yeah, we'll see how this pans out in the development phase, in the development of the protocol. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to invite everyone, if you would like to ask any questions at this point. Crypto Master, I think there's a kid behind you screaming. Sounds like a cute kid. I just want to welcome you to the stage. How are you doing?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I just want to ask, what's the update regarding people who can sign up to Swissborg because it's not available. And I am ranked 70 on last sprint, and I just want to invest, but how? Any official announcement?
Absolutely. Okay. So, what I can't say the official solution. All I can say is that officially that we will be contacting everyone who's on the leaderboard, as you are, who can't invest via Swissborg, as well as everyone. And we'll be offering you hopefully similar terms to what you could have done in Swissborg. As well as we'll be just contacting everyone in general who can't invest via Swissborg with a brand new investment option that will be hopefully made public very soon. So there are going to be options for everyone from every country. We are not leaving anyone in the Cypher State behind. This community is everything to us, and we're not leaving any of you behind as far as investment goes.
Okay, thanks.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome. And thank you for coming up. It's the first time I've heard you come up on the stage. You're welcome. All right, we've got another request. Chris, maybe you can get Banner's Bank. I don't know if you can just check that they're not a bot first. So we've got one more question, I believe. Is GNet investment vital to obtain a GNC? If so, will there be a minimum investment level? Basically, there's no GNet investment required for Galactica Network citizenship. It's something that it's basically a soulbound. It's essentially a soulbound NFT that you have in your wallet. But it's also an interface. So it's a couple of things at the same time. It's an entire passport interface which allows you to interact with the chain in some of the ways that we describe in the with the governance features, your validation efforts, your interactions on chain. If you're a sentinel, there's also parts of that. All of this stuff will be within your passport and flesh out the entirety of your identity of your citizenship. But your citizenship itself, from a technical standpoint, is essentially just a soulbound NFT, and alongside probably a signature for a constitution for the Cypher State. So that will be it from a technical standpoint. As far as GNet investment, you don't need to. All that's required to become a citizen is to have a zkKYC, a valid zkKYC. And to have gone through all the steps required in order to get that on chain. So there's no investment required, and the GNC itself does actually provide you with a universal basic income, which will give you GNet tokens, which is kind of cool. And it's that's all funded from the protocol itself. Various ways of funding that, but I won't go into that now. So no, you don't need to have a GNC to have a you don't need to have GNet to have a GNC, but you do need to have GNet to do most things on the protocol. I think that's fair to say. Okay, everyone, I think that is most of the things I wanted to talk about, and I think Crypto Master came up and asked about the region lock, which was something I was going to just add in myself because it's very important to state. So our Swissborg users are absolutely a huge part of our community, but they are by no means the only part of our community. In fact, some of the data would suggest that we have an even larger contingent of people who can't use Swissborg than do. So we need to serve everyone, and we are more than aware of this case. So again, there will be other investment opportunities, and they will be giving you fair access to the GNet token as a community. Again, once we're fundraising community first right now, so this is very important to us that the token is fairly accessible. All right, guys, if there is any more questions, you are more than welcome to raise your hand. I'm just going to do a bit of a sign-off here. So if you want to do a final question, you are more than welcome to just raise your hand, guys. It's been absolutely incredible having you guys up. So we're building something special here. Is the end takeaway that I want you to understand here. We're not just another blockchain. We're not just like trying to build a blockchain that just does everything that everyone else does, but faster, or but more secure slightly, or any of this stuff. We're trying to do things that are novel and provide novel use cases for our users. So it's very it's a unique value proposition that you need to take notice of. Before I carry on, I'm going to go over to Banner's Bank because I saw him come up and I saw him raise his hand. So please, if you got a question, Banners, please.
Hello, family. Hello, citizen.
Welcome to the stage, man.
Yeah, I'm brave. Just came home from a flight, so if I missed something or maybe my question's gonna be the same I already asked, sorry. First, what should we do with our nodes which are running? So should we stop? Should we run? Should we upgrade? Or what's gonna be next? And secondary, yeah, MetaMask is okay with snaps, but luckily we have a Kepler and it's fully compatible with Galactica. So I don't think it's a problem to just move the keys to Kepler, for example. Thanks.
More than welcome, man. It's great to have you up for the first time. Appreciate you coming up. Yeah, you can absolutely use Kepler Wallet instead of MetaMask right now. They're one of our partnerships that we announced maybe a month ago, maybe more than that. So you don't have to use MetaMask. You can use Kepler. You can import your keys into Kepler. This is the largest wallet on Cosmos right now, so you've got some options there. As far as like your nodes go, I didn't quite understand the full scope of the question. It's you were kind of asking what we do with our nodes now. I don't really understand what's.
Okay, yeah, sorry for interrupting. Because like from tomorrow we're starting raising and starting fully campaign. So is our testing node should be running or should we just stop
no,
it
absolutely,
and start
absolutely
again?
continue. No, the fundraising has no effect on the testnet. So the testnet will continue.
Yeah, exactly.
The testnet will continue. You just continue running your nodes, and we are so very thankful for your contributions in actually getting our testnet running and keeping it running nice and safely, securely, and in a decentralized manner. So thank you for doing that, and just keep them running. All right, everyone. Again, it turns out like that when you have real people on chain with their rights and privacy and everything about themselves intact, you can do some very amazing things. You know, we've got basically brand new, like for just for the basic stuff, you know, the stuff that will affect you in the normal stuff you do on blockchain. You've got brand new reputation enhanced DeFi. You've got governance that actually works without just being like a token gated plutocracy. You've got again social account recovery. You've got institutional involvement in DeFi because they can actually be compliant while maintaining their financial privacy. They can actually play in the DeFi sandbox. They don't have to just get exposure. They can actually play in the sandbox because they can be compliant. There's so many things that just having genuine Sybil-resistant, real humans on a chain can do, especially when they have the ability to be private by default. So take a look at the Alpha Vault. You can find the Alpha Vault on the Swissborg website, as well as on the Swissborg Twitter. I think it's actually their pinned post at the moment, so you can check it out over there. You will find the investment thesis within the Alpha Vault page. So you'll see the kind of use cases, the kind of changes, and the freedom changes, like the ability to just be a free, real human being on a blockchain that are coming with the Galactica network. So definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth considering the investment thesis and considering investing in the vaults, which open tomorrow. Those vaults will be open to the public. I believe the first one starts at 12, so at noon tomorrow UTC, which is 2 p.m. CEST, so European time. And we would be absolutely thrilled if you would consider investing with Galactica.com. Okay, everyone. Final words from everyone. Chris B, what's up, man? I hope you've learned a few things today. I hope that you've enjoyed the conversation, dude.
Absolutely. I always learn something new. And yeah, I just want to say good luck for tomorrow for the vaults. Most of them is first come, first serve. So you have to be fast, I guess. And yeah, I wish you all the best. And for all the other ones who can't do it tomorrow, can't invest tomorrow, you heard it. So there will be other opportunities for you. Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming tonight.
Thank you for coming, Chris. It's always amazing to have you up here. Again, Chris is a sentinel and a bastion of just good humanity, so give him a follow. Also, give everyone who's spoken today a follow. They've asked good questions and they've provided value, so give them a follow. We've got Crypto Master with their hands up. Why don't we just take that one?
Hello. I have one more question. Does making transaction in Testnet also have way on airdrop tokens?
Making transactions, generally speaking, we try and keep our methods of airdrop Sybil resistant. What that means is that we need to make sure that it can't be. We try to make it sure that we can't be botted. It can't be faked in any way. But the point of most of our testnet rewards is that they're aiming towards giving you some form of citizenship. And in order to actually get your citizenship, you need to pass a zero knowledge KYC and gain your citizenship. So it's not something that's easily gamed. But yes, having transactions on the testnet will be part of the metrics that are used. But just be aware that there will be other components almost always in getting your rewards. So I hope that kind of helps. So yes, they will definitely be part of the criteria, but there will be more criteria to follow.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, always. Okay, Antoine, the leader, the gracious leader of the winning team of the tournament. How have you felt about today's space, man? How are you doing?
It was really cool.
Antoine, you have put your mic off, my friend.
Wait.
I can hear you now.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Sorry. So it was a really interesting space. As Frederick was also there to answer a question and to give some more details on the technical part behind everything. So it was pretty interesting. And for sure, like I wish all people good luck for tomorrow, and I hope like everyone who wants to invest in Galactica today will be able to do it tomorrow. And yeah, I will be there next week and be sure to follow us through this journey. So thank you, guys.
Oh man, like I say, the journey certainly does not end tomorrow for sure. There's going to be so much coming up next week that you won't even believe. But for now, like just take a little look at the Alpha Vaults if you have the opportunity, guys. Alsor, if you're there and you would like to give a final word, I'd love to hear it.
Yes, guys. Thank you for the Twitter space. It was very educative content. Maybe, if I may, I'd like to ask a last question to Frederick, because
Of course,
really
while he's here, pick that brain, man.
We're very lucky. Okay, thanks. My question is, I will express it with my words. In case the data are being sold onto the market, will it be on a read-only basis, or let's say a copy and paste basis? I'm saying this because I was just wondering, in case a private individual doesn't want anymore to share his data that are hosted by the guardians, then how does it work at the front end of the sold data in the market? Will it become unavailable immediately? And because it was on a read-only basis, then it's, let's say, very efficient and very immediate. Or for the people that bought the data, because it's much more on a copy and paste basis, then it means that the data that was sold in the past are still available to the one that bought it. Tell me if it's clear or unclear, but maybe Frederick see what I mean.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. I fear that I cannot properly answer it because I'm just not a part of the part of our team that is handling this this aspect. So I can tell you more about the basis systems that enable sharing your data privately with third parties. And I think we provide the foundations and the tool that both of these systems are possible. But I cannot tell you right now on what the first iteration on this data market will look like. I'm sorry.
No, okay. So I understand at the end of the day, the architecture allows the two systems, but maybe when the system will be optimized and ready to be sold in the market, these questions will be answered. I guess this question won't be on the floor.
Yeah, I think I can add a little bit of context here on the front end aspect. So as part of the MVP, we're going to basically be allowing you to make proofs of any data you're capable of verifying via a Guardian. So right now, that's on the testnet at least, that's the KYC data, right? So in theory, you can simply, like any information you can get from a Guardian, be that a KYC piece of KYC data, be that like social data from your social media, or be that like educational credentials, or medical data, whatever the hell it is, you'll own that. You'll keep that in your wallet. You'll keep that locally. That will be yours. You will then form proofs of it, and then you will be able to publish those proofs to the chain. You will also, as far as I'm aware, be able to revoke access to those proofs. So you will basically decide who and what and how sees that data. So you can form data markets, like you can form OTC data markets straight away, essentially. But as far as like actual planned data markets that are that have a front end that have planning behind them, that will come down the line beyond the testnet, I believe.
Okay, very clear. Thank you.
You're
welcome. Thanks for tonight, and I'm ready for tomorrow's goals. So as anyone.
I should hope so. I should hope everyone's ready, man. It's gonna be a day. It really is. I've been looking forward to this like first raise of community fundraising for such a long time. I've been looking forward to, like I say, giving you guys our dedicated community the first shot at the Galactica, because it's just the way the protocol is designed to be so social in nature, both at the technical level and at like the ecosystem and the people and the team level. It just makes so much sense that it goes to you guys first, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys sell out these vaults. Really am. So again, just check out the Swissborg vaults, everyone. Right. I'm going to ask if anyone else wants to say goodbye or has a final word. Just raise your hand, because we are running a little low on time. So if you want to say goodbye, just raise your hand. I'm going to go straight over to Frederick for your final thoughts and any goodbyes, mate. Thank you so much for coming on the show again, dude. It's been too long, and you're always welcome to come up whenever you wish, because you provided so much value today. It's been really, really helpful.
Yeah, also a lot of thanks from my side. I'm really grateful for all the time and the involvement everyone's putting in. Not just you, Dave, also all the listeners and the speakers, all the people asking questions. This is really great, and it's also what we as developers need to build Galactica in the right way. That it gets to what people actually want to have in the end. So
100%.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah, like this team, like the development team, the C-level team, the marketing, just everything, all of the entire team at Galactica, we are basically driven by you guys. So any feedback, any questioning, it doesn't matter if it's critical, it doesn't matter anything at all. It all adds value to us, and it actually gives us a massive amount of drive to give you the product and the systems that you want to see and use. So thank you very much again. Just from my point of view, thank you again for your input. Okay, everyone. Well, this has been an absolutely beautiful space full of beautiful people who have given us massive value throughout the entire time we've been here. So I would like to just invite you again, give us a like and a retweet on the space, everyone. It will actually help us in the algorithm even after you leave the space, because it allows people to get on to listen to the recording and get the value that they require from it. This space is actually also a YouTube video. You will find the YouTube video posted probably tomorrow. You'll be able to see my beautiful face, Chris's beautiful face, and Frederick's beautiful face. That was a beautiful little hair flick there, Chris. Wonderful. And you'll be able to just to get a bit more interaction through the video. So we welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll also find some timestamps on there, which may make navigation a bit easier as far as like finding the information you want. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you very much for your time. Join us next week at 8 o'clock UTC on the Wednesday for the next episode of Into the Cypher State. I hope to see you all very soon, and have a good week, everyone.